For the next 7 days, I'll be attempting to buy and resell phones on sites such as OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace by pretty much lowballing people for the phones that they have. I'm going to be attempting to make as much profit as possible in my first week. So first things first, we need to go ahead and message a few people on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace and pretty much find the average cost that each phone sells for. Now the way I'm going to be doing this is by going on eBay and looking at sold listings for the type of device and the amount of gigabytes that each device has. And I'm pretty much going to see the average cost for each device that's been sold. And at the same time, I'm going to try to make at least $50 to $100 profit off of each device that I do purchase. And I'm going to attempt to either resell it on eBay or back on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace for profit. Alright, so it's been about 2 hours since I recorded that last clip, and we already got an offer for an iPhone 11 Pro Max, which I'm about to go head over to get. The person was asking about $520 for it.
She didn't get it.
And I was able to negotiate down to $420, so I'm gonna go pick up that phone right now, and I'll meet you guys over there. So at this point, I started heading over to the phone meet, which was going to be at Target. And the phone that I will be acquiring is an iPhone 11 Pro Max, which I negotiated down from $520 to $420. And mind you, this phone could easily sell for $500. So let's go check it out. Okay, so right now we just pulled into the Target parking lot and we're about to meet with the first buyer. So when I purchased the phone, I'll pretty much just show you guys. Alright, the first phone is secured. It is an iPhone 11 Pro Max. I paid about $420 for this phone and I put it up for sale for $520. So while at Target, I just figured I'd go ahead and grab the packaging just in case the phones end up selling, and in the case that we do have to ship them off. Okay, so funny thing, I just purchased the phone literally like an hour ago, and we already have somebody who wants to buy the phone for $490, so I'm about to go meet up with them right now, and I'll catch up with you guys in a few. Just secured the bag. I sold the phone for $490, and I just bought it for $420 literally like an hour and a half ago, so gotta say this is going good so far, and if anything, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can buy another phone with this money. Currently, it is the next day after I sold the iPhone 11 Pro Max for $70 profit, and pretty much last night I just spent a few hours messaging a few more people to purchase more phones since I now had $490 in cash. And pretty much in the process, I also tried to create an ad which didn't do so well because I kept getting this message popping up on OfferUp because it went against their community guidelines or whatever it was. So pretty much I just went on to contact a few more people, and today I have an iPhone 8 Plus that I'm supposed to go pick up. The person was asking $150 originally, but I managed to get them down to $110. So that's $110 off the list right now. And then I also have an iPhone 11 to go pick up. That person was asking $250 for it, which was already a great deal. And I managed to get them down to $230, which is even better. And lastly, I have an iPhone XR to go pick up. This person was asking $250, and I hit him with the extreme lowball offer of $150, and surprisingly they took it.
Nice.
But this place is literally like 40 miles away, so it's definitely going to be a drive. But for $100 profit, I don't think I could go wrong with that. So pretty much I'm gonna go pick up the iPhone 8 Plus at my local convenience store, which is where I told the person to meet me up. And the other two I have yet to receive an address from, but once they do send the address, I'm gonna go over and pick those phones up as well. So pretty much the iPhone 8 Plus is going to cost me $110. The iPhone XR is going to cost me $150, while the iPhone 11, which is actually in great condition, is going to cost me $230. So I'm gonna head over there right now to get the first one. And also, if you guys are new to the channel and you have not already, make sure you smash that like button because it truly helps out, and also subscribe to the channel to show some support. Now I'm pretty much en route to Dollar General to meet up with the guy for the iPhone 8 Plus, and pretty much on the way over there, the other two sellers that were talking about the iPhone 11 and XR also messaged me, so I will be linking up with them after this meetup. Alright, long story short, we have the iPhone 8 Plus acquired. I paid $110 for it like I said, and the dude was asking $150 at first. And the phone's in pretty much like mint condition, to be honest with you. No cracks, no iCloud lock. It's actually an unlocked carrier too, so the phone's in great condition, and I'm pretty sure we could sell it for at least $50 to $100 profit like I was saying at the start of this video. Alright, so for the rest of the day, I went ahead and picked up the rest of the phones so that we could have all the phones acquired. And pretty much after picking up the iPhone 11 and iPhone XR, I didn't receive any more offers, so I guess we're going to stop here for the day. Alright, so as you guys can see, I acquired all three of the iPhones that we were supposed to purchase for today. So really all that's left to do is list them online and take a few good pictures. But I'm going to show you guys right now. We have the iPhone 8, which is space gray, 64 gigabytes, and it's an unlocked carrier. Next up, we have the iPhone 11, which is pretty much good condition as well, no issues at all. And this one has a lock carry. It's locked to T-Mobile, but it has no issues whatsoever, 0 cracks, and I think just a few slight scratches that aren't really noticeable. And lastly, we have the iPhone XR, which is also space gray. So fun fact, all the phones are space gray, and this was completely unintentional, but it kind of worked out because it looks pretty good when you have like all space gray listed on one profile. It just looks cleaner. But pretty much, since I didn't get to show you guys at first, like when I was selling the first phone, since the process happened so fast, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do in order to take pictures before I list them online for other potential buyers to hit me up for them. As you guys can see right here, I have all 3 phones on this little table mat, which I will be taking all the pictures on, just like I did for the first phone that I purchased. And pretty much what I do is I just go ahead and get nice angles that kind of just cover the phone completely, move on to the next one, and then of course the next one. And then by doing this, I'm pretty much just being able to get a proper picture of the phone with like a decent background so that it looks a bit more aesthetically pleasing to whoever wants to buy it. So all we got to do is take a few pictures, and then we're going to list them up on OfferUp to potentially sell them through there. And in the case that they don't sell on OfferUp, we always have eBay has a backup plan and Facebook Marketplace. Alright, so it's been about 20 minutes or so since I've last recorded that clip, and pretty much I've taken all the pictures necessary for each one of these phones, and I've listed them online through OfferUp. And I might also list them on Facebook Marketplace just to attract more people. But pretty much we're just going to sit back and wait, and in the case that the phones don't end up selling within this week, I'm going to go ahead and put them on eBay, since I did in fact buy some packaging just in case this does happen. But for now, we just wait like I said before, and of course we're going to try to get the people to meet us locally in the case that they do want to purchase the phone. Now, one thing that I also did in the meantime while purchasing these phones was create an Instagram page where I could also list them up for sale, so that people that I know personally could also offer to either buy a phone from me or even sell their own phone if they don't need it no more. Because you got to keep in mind, when it comes to buying and reselling phones, you always want to make sure you're attracting as many people as possible. And one thing that I haven't done that a lot of people normally do is post ads on Craigslist and on Facebook. But in the case that you don't post ads, you definitely have to message a lot more people and stay consistent with all the deals to make sure that you're not missing out on any good offers that might be potentially standing at the moment. So what I did was create a page where I just upload the exact same photos that I took to list on OfferUp, and I just put them with the exact same description as well, detailing the space, the clean IMEI that it has, the amount of storage, whether it's locked to a carrier or not, and any type of damage that each phone might have. And with this Instagram page, I'm hoping to attract more people locally who might not use OfferUp, and I'm also going to share it to people that I know personally. So like I said before, now all we have to do right now is just wait, sit back, and hopefully some people start to message us about the phones that we have up for sale.
Yeah, baby.
Several days later.
Okay, so it's been about a day since I made a few listings on Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp for the other 3 iPhones that I purchased, and so far I have an offer of $200 for the $150 iPhone XR that I purchased. So pretty much I'm gonna go over there right now to meet up with this person, just because it's a quick $50 profit that I don't think anybody could go wrong with. And then afterwards I'm gonna see if I can sell the other 2 phones. So I'll meet you guys over there. Alright guys, I'm back home and I have the money right here. Just made another $50 profit after making $70 profit with the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So far for this week we are up $130, and now it's just time to wait to see if the other 2 iPhones will sell sometime soon. So I'll get back to you guys if we get an offer. Alright, so right now I'm on track to go pick up an iPhone 12 from a seller. He was asking $400 for the phone, and I pretty much brought him down to $350 and he agreed to it. So I'm about to go pick it up right now, and I'll let you guys know when I get over there. So far, I have yet to receive any other offers for the 2 phones, the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 8 Plus, but we're just going to leave them up for a while, and we're going to see if we get any offers before this week is over. Alright guys, I officially got the iPhone 12 for $350 like I said, so we should not have an issue selling this phone, because I've seen it on eBay selling for like $550. So if anything, I might even undercut the market just to make sure we sell it right away, and that should be like the easiest and biggest profit we've had so far this week. Alright, so it's officially been about 2 days since I had all the phones, and now they're all gone. After about a week of phone flipping, I managed to make $270 in total worth of profits after buying 5 different iPhones and reselling them for a profit of at least $50. With the first iPhone, which was an iPhone 11 Pro Max, that was our largest profit of $50, and with all the other devices that I purchased, I was able to make $50 profit. Now, one thing I will say is that for the iPhone 12, I thought I was going to make a lot more profit, but it turns out a lot of people were selling that phone for cheaper than I expected. Either way, we were able to secure a $50 profit pretty fast. The way I started was with $600, and by buying the iPhone 11 Pro Max and making $70 profit, I was able to buy more phones, which in fact led to more profit. So starting off with $600 in my first week ever phone flipping, I secured $270 after flipping 5 devices. Now, one thing I will say for those of you who do want to start phone flipping is that you want to make sure that you diversify your leads. With me, I mainly focused on OfferUp for my first time phone flipping, but in the process I also extended over to Facebook Marketplace and eBay, which allowed me to make a lot more sales. So if you guys are looking to get started with phone flipping, I definitely suggest doing it if you have access to a vehicle and you also don't have an issue driving to different locations to pick phones up.
The other day I came across this website known as Slice of the Pie that gives you money for listening to music and leaving an honest review. All you have to do is listen to music for 90 seconds and then they're gonna pay you out after you leave an honest review based off of how you feel about the music. So in this video, I figured I'd go ahead and test out whether or not I could make more money than the minimum wage is per hour just off of using this website. And currently I live in Florida where the minimum wage is $12 an hour. So my goal is to make more than $12 an hour by using this site and to see if it's actually worth your time. So if you guys do want to join me in this challenge, I'll leave the link down below in the description where you could sign up for Slice of the Pie and you can get paid out for listening to music. So now I'm just going to show you guys the interface and how exactly this website works before I jump into the challenge itself. Alright, here is a first-hand look of the Slice of the Pie website, and like I said, here's the option to just click and listen to music. Once you click this option to review music, you're going to be taken to the screen over here that allows you to listen to a song. You have to listen to the song for at least 90 seconds before leaving a review. So once you listen to the song, you're going to leave your honest little paragraph over here describing whether or not you enjoyed the music, and then of course you're going to leave a rating like they have the option for down here. And you're going to choose these options too, just kind of describing whether or not this song was like suitable for your type of enjoyment and the type of vibes that you got from it. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and listen to this song and leave a review to show you guys how it's done. And then we're going to go ahead and start the challenge officially.
The music is copyrighted, so I'm just going to go ahead and play this other music over it and you guys can enjoy that. But pretty much I'm just listening to the music and I'm getting ready to leave an honest review on it. So, I'm going to leave my review in a few more seconds, so just watch the rest of the video.
The song's kind of mid, but don't forget to sign up using the link I have down below to get your free stocks. In all honesty, the song was mid, but I'm not gonna lie, we're here for the money, not for the music. So let's just go ahead and leave this review right quick and see how much they pay us. Okay, so obviously I finished listening to the song for the amount of time that they asked, which is 90 seconds. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and leave a review and then we're gonna try to get paid out as fast as possible.
Right now I'm just giving this song an actual rating so that we could get our money. But pretty much once I give this little paragraph out and we drop our ratings, we're gonna get our first little payout and we could continue this challenge.
Alright, so I left my review now and like I said, overall the song sounds kind of like something I'd hear in H&M. The tempo was fast and enjoyable, but the switch up of the beat threw off my rhythm. And then yeah, overall, I'd only listen to this at night while going to a party. It's not bad, but it's not my taste. So now that I left my review, it's time for us to just go ahead and give it an overall rating. Like I said, it's mid, I'm just gonna give it a 7. Bold, first off, I don't understand what most of these mean 100%, but I feel like each one is kind of describing a different characteristic. So what it's saying over here is, if this piece of music was a person, to what extent would you describe them as?
All you have to do is check off the rest of these boxes and you're gonna be good to go.
Now I submitted that and let's see how much we get paid out. Okay, they gave us 7 cents. And as you guys can see, they already gave me a whole nother song to listen to. Okay, so now that I've officially finished my first review and you guys got an idea of how this works, I'm gonna start the challenge and do this for an entire hour. And we're gonna see if we could surpass that Florida minimum wage of $12 per hour. And of course, make sure you guys sign up using the link I have down below in the description if you wanna make some money too. Go ahead and start listening to some music and make some money, you feel me? We're in this together. So make sure if you guys haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel because it truly helps me out. And let's get into this challenge. Let the torture begin.
Now that I've officially started this challenge, just like I told you guys, the goal is to make more than $12 within the first hour of doing this entire thing. And if we do that, that means we surpass the minimum wage and this is some good money.
Alright, so it's been about 20 minutes since I first started this challenge and so far we are sitting at 79 cents and pretty much they've been paying me 7 cents per song, and just recently, like on the last song that I just did, they paid me 8 cents instead. What I noticed is the more songs that you do, the higher your payout becomes, because right over here, you guys can see, we have a star rating. It started off at 1, but then it went up to 2 because we started reviewing more songs. And here's how much money I have at the moment. And what I noticed is the more reviews that you do, the higher your stars go, and the more stars you have, the more money you make. So if we could get our stars up to 5 before we finish this challenge, then our payout could be a lot higher. Another thing that I noticed with this platform is that when you're leaving a review, you can't just leave a 2-word review. You actually have to leave at least like a small paragraph detailing what you like about the song and what you don't like about it before you could actually submit the review and get money from it. So I think it's like around 40 words that you have to leave, something like that. And then once you leave the 40-word review, you just go down to the ratings and then leave the ratings for whatever you want to put it as, and then you could submit it. And in my case, I just say like the artist is vocally prepared to sing, or the person has good articulation, you know, based on the song that I'm listening to. And I'll talk about the tempo and the rhythm of the overall beat. So if you guys do want some advice, that's just like the best advice I could give you, because I'm new to this too. But now I'm going to get back to this challenge because we got to make some money and I'm slacking right now. So I'll see you guys in a few.
In all honesty, this isn't even hard to do, and I really think it's a pretty easy way to make money, especially if you're making 20 cents on the high end like most people were saying in different comment sections. So go ahead and give it a shot and let me know how much you make, because I'm making like 7 cents.
So like I said, now they're paying me 8 cents for every song that I'm doing. And really, I'm just going to keep on doing these reviews, hoping that they're going to pay me more each time that my stars go up. And maybe we could actually reach the $12 mark. But so far, I don't think that's going to happen. But it's actually not that bad, if I'm being honest with you. I don't mind listening to music, and leaving like a short review is really not that much work. So if you are at work and you're just looking for like an extra $5 for lunch or whatever, I guess you could give this a shot, because it's like it's pretty easy. So, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this challenge and see if I could actually hit a decent amount of money. Also, you could only cash out your money if you have $10 in your account. So right now, since I'm only at 95 cents, I wouldn't be able to withdraw that because it's way too little. All right, so now they have this other option that popped up after I did a few songs, which is pretty much asking me if I had to hum the melody of the song, how well could I do it? They also changed up the words over here as to how I would describe the person, because before they had different options and now it's a bit more simplified. So I guess it all just depends on the type of music that you're listening to. And at the start of everything, they also let you choose the genres that you'd like to listen to. I forgot to mention that part because I made my account first and I didn't really walk through that whole process on video. But yeah, there's a few details that you guys are going to see when you sign up using the link I have down below. Actually just paid me 12 cents. So I guess it really does go up depending on the type of music that you're listening to and how good your review is, because that one was the highest payout so far. So if we did get 12 cents consistently, we could actually hit the minimum wage goal. So let me get back into it. Another 12-cent payout. So far I got paid 12 cents 2 times. And that's really like back to back. And the thing is, I got 12 cents, but the star rating stayed the same. The more stars you get, the more you're supposed to get paid out, supposedly. But I'm getting paid out 12 cents with a 2-star rating at the moment. So 12 cents for around 2 minutes worth of work. If we do those calculations, if we have 12 cents for 2 minutes worth of work, get 30 songs done within an hour, times 0.12, we're looking at $3.06 per hour. We have about, let me see, it's 4:47 right now, so I'd say we have like 18 minutes left. So let me see if I can make some more money.
At this point, I really didn't see myself hitting $12 because I was still extremely far away, so I kind of accepted defeat, but I still wanted to see how much money I could make with the amount of time that I had left on the clock.
All right, I've got 3 minutes left, so I could only do one more song. But you guys won't believe how much money I've made, so make sure you stay tuned for the next few minutes because it's gonna be pretty interesting. My time is up, and here's how much they paid me. Obviously, I'm just playing. They didn't pay me anywhere near as much as that, and at the same time, we didn't even make minimum wage. Like, let me just show you guys. So I managed to get to $2.07 after doing this for an hour. And I'm not gonna lie, the payout actually became a little bit more towards the end, paying me 12 cents instead of 8 cents like we started off with. And it didn't really move up gradually. It was just like a 4-cent jump. And I heard a lot of people start off with 20 cents. But in all honesty, if I was looking to make a little bit of extra money while still at work, I just suggest going ahead and doing this, because why not? You're still gonna be making the money that you make at your full-time job. And this is just like a little bit of an extra income source, especially since you could do this from the comfort of your phone and you really don't have to get up and move around. And at the same time, I saw other options here that I just don't have the ability to review for myself. But if you guys do sign up and you're able to use them, such as the fashion option, the mobile option, and the homeware option, go ahead and let me know how much they're paying you, because all I have access to is music at the moment, and I'd love to know how much these other options are paying out. For a while now, I've been looking to purchase a vehicle that I could resell on Facebook Marketplace for a quick profit. And the thing is, with today's car market and car values being upwards of 40% than what they were before the pandemic, it has been extremely hard to find a decent price on a vehicle. But right behind me, I have a 2010 Chevy Impala that I purchased around 3 days ago off of Facebook Marketplace for $3,200, which is an absolute steal considering the fact that most cars on today's market sell for around $5,000 minimum for 2010. And the best part about this car is it has a clean title. It has under 130,000 miles, currently sitting at 118,000, I believe, and it also has a very clean leather interior which has no scratches or scuffs. So I don't think it will be much of an issue to resell this car for a profit, but since this car does have a few cosmetic issues, I will be making a few changes in order to make sure that it does sell for a decent profit. But overall, in this video, I'm expecting to be able to sell this car for at least $500 profit once I make a few changes to it. And of course, since I purchased the car for $3,200 and I will be making a few changes, I will be adding the expenses that I made to the price of the vehicle itself at the end of this video in order to see how much money I actually profited. But first off, let's go over a few of the issues that I found with this car that I will be needing to change. Currently looking at this vehicle, it's actually a very nice car and it's in actually great condition, but the only downside that you can see right over here is that these headlights are absolutely messed up. They're beat down, the sun has worn them away, and they just need to be changed pretty badly. So the first thing that I'm going to do is order a pair of headlights that I could use in order to make this thing look more appealing, because it looks like someone spilled chocolate powder in here. That's just how bad it is. But overall, the car is not ugly, but those changes definitely need to be made. Another downside is the Chevy logo is just completely beat down. Like, I don't know what on earth this thing's been through. I don't know if it's been through a desert for a few days or whatnot, but it's just destroyed. So I ordered a new Chevy logo as well in order to make those changes. So the headlights cost $89 and the logo cost $20. So they're going to be on the way pretty soon, and they should be arriving within the next few days. And like I told you guys earlier, the interior is absolutely beautiful. Like, it's just so clean. This one is absolutely perfect. All it needs is a bit of vacuuming down here, but that's not much of an issue because I bought a vacuum from Target the other day, and there's literally no scratches on the chair. The driver's seat has a bit of stretching, but it's not that big of a deal. And the back seat is just clean as well too. It shouldn't be much of an issue to sell this car if people are just looking for the looks. And the radio is actually fully functional, which I'll show you guys in a bit. But one downside is that the shifter is actually right behind the steering wheel instead of being right over here. It's literally right there. I'm really not sure how much of an issue this thing is going to present, considering the fact that most people don't use it over here and they usually like having the floor shifter as opposed to a column shifter. But the car itself is still very nice, so I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue if someone's looking for a car in an affordable price range. Now let's just pull it up real quick, give it a quick start. As you guys can see, it starts pretty smooth, you know what I mean? Like, there's no issues at all. It says that it had 118,000 miles. I don't know if you guys caught that before I started it, but overall everything seems to work very well. And you know, I got to put gas in this thing, so I don't want to kill the car battery. I mean, I want the car to die on me, so I'm gonna just turn this off real quick. Oh, matter of fact, let me show you guys the radio. So here's the radio over here. This thing actually gets super loud. Yeah, it gets pretty loud, all right? So I think you guys get the point. But overall, like, this interior, like I said, is super clean. The back is clean. Everything about it is clean. And, you know, I'm pretty sure someone's going to buy it. So I don't think we're going to have much of an issue in that department. Now, taking a look at this back trunk, it's actually extremely huge and goes very deep. But the only downside that I did forget to mention is the fact that, look at the carpet sinking in. That is literally because it does not have a spare tire. And all that stuff under there is the stuff that came with the car, which I will be cleaning out later. But it is a downside that it doesn't have a spare tire. And it kind of sucks because it makes the trunk look absolutely terrible. But once I change that, I don't think it's going to be much of an issue if I just add some plywood under there. But here's a quick look around of the car. Now, it is super dirty because it's parked under a tree. So I'm going to give it a good wash and move it out of this spot later down the line. But yeah, this is literally a 2010 Chevy Impala that I purchased for $3,200, which I still think is a great deal considering the fact that the headlights are super cheap and every part for this car really isn't that expensive. So once I do make those changes, I don't think we'll have much of an issue selling this vehicle. And the best part about it is, like I said, there is no mechanical issues and the AC works extremely well, which I forgot to show you guys. But the battery's but I'm about to run out of gas on this car, so I'm not going to do that. But also, you know how when you buy a used car, it normally has like covers over the rims? This one actually has its original rims. No issue at all. These things are in perfect condition, just a little dirty. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to have much of an issue with that part at all because it seems to be very clean. But it does need some new tires, which I don't think I will need to change in order to sell it. So I'm going to leave that up to the person who buys it. But overall, I'd say they're getting a decent deal on this car if I sell it to them for $4K. Just because, you know, today's car market is absolutely insane with the car values being upwards of 40% than what they were originally. So overall, I'd say that this vehicle right over here could sell pretty fast as long as I make a few changes to it. And I already ordered the headlights and the Chevy logo like I said, and I also ordered an antenna cap for the antenna on top of the hood of the vehicle because it kind of makes the car look a little ugly. So if I could replace that, that would be perfect. But I'm not sure if it'll fit yet, but once it comes in, we're gonna give it a test. And also I will be putting it up for sale on Facebook Marketplace the same way I bought it, just, you know, with better pictures of course, and with a nicer appearance because I'm gonna change a few stuff. And I don't think this car is going to have much of a hard time selling for around $4,000 to $5,000. And in the case that it does, that means I made an easy $500 to $1,000 profit pretty easily. Now, mind you, it did take me a while to find a vehicle for sale because, like I said, today's car market is insane. So looking was extremely hard because every vehicle was priced at upwards of around $5,000 to $6,000 for 2010 and up. And it was extremely hard to find a car with decently low mileage like this one with 118,000, which is still pretty high. But at the same time, the vehicle is in good condition and it drives extremely smooth. Only reason I cannot take it for a test drive right now is because I don't have a license plate on the car at the moment, so I can't really go on the street with it. But just take my word for it, it actually drives extremely well. And I will have to put some gas later down the line, so I might just use a canteen when I go to the gas station. But overall, let me know what you guys think about this vehicle. Personally, I think it's a great deal, especially since the leather seats in there are extremely clean. And the best part is the only little dirtiness in there could be vacuumed up with the vacuum cleaner that I bought from Target for around 40 bucks. So I should be chilling on that end. So the headlights said they're going to take around 5 days to come. So once they do come in, I'll let you guys know and we'll make that change in order to make this car look so much better than it really is right now. And this right here is where I plan on putting the antenna cap because this antenna just, you know, it bulges out and it just looks kind of stupid. So hopefully the antenna cap will fix that issue and make it look a little more modernized. And overall, the car really doesn't have any issues, like I said. And it also came with these things, which are like for the sun. So yeah, we got that too. So a lot of pluses with this car. Can't really complain. I'm pretty happy with the purchase. And like I said, when the headlights come in, I'll let you guys know.
The new headlights have just come in and they are shining like some diamonds. So I gotta say, this thing's gonna make the biggest difference on the car for sure. So once we put these on, it should make the biggest difference in terms of how it looks on Facebook Marketplace. And it could be what determines whether or not somebody actually wants to buy this vehicle.
We have officially changed the headlights. Here's how it looks. We just gave the car a good wash and we just took a few pictures to put up on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But here's a good view of the front of the car. And I'll put up a before and after picture just so you guys can see.
As you guys can see, changing the headlights and the logo on that Chevy car makes it look absolutely brand new, which is only going to make it more appealing to whoever wants to buy it. So now that this car is looking pretty well cosmetically, I'm going to go ahead and list it on both Facebook Marketplace and on OfferUp to see if I can get a decent offer that could potentially give me 500 bucks profit. And fun fact, I actually bought this Chevy to start my own Turo business, but I figured that if I just make a few changes to this car since I bought it at such an under market value, I could potentially flip it for a quick 500 bucks and get a nicer vehicle that I could also list on Turo. So if you guys don't want to miss me documenting my Turo journey and purchasing my first Turo vehicle, make sure you subscribe to the channel and smash that like button, and also turn on post notifications because that's the only way you'll be alerted if I upload. Also, if you guys are looking for a free money grab opportunity, Webull is giving you 5 free stocks worth up to $9,600 when you sign up on their platform using the link I have down in the description below. With Webull, you're able to invest in both stocks and crypto and index funds. And the best part is it's all from the comfort of your mobile device. So if you guys are interested in getting 5 free stocks for just signing up and depositing 1 penny, then go ahead and use the link I have down in the description below because this offer is limited. So if you're watching this video right now, take advantage while you can. But now that I have the car uploaded on both platforms, I'm just gonna give it some time and see what offers I could get. And then I'll keep you guys posted once I get a decent offer that I'm willing to take somebody up on. So see you guys in a few.
The car has officially sold and here's all the cash that we made off of the sale. So now let's break down the profits and see exactly how much I made.
As you guys can see, it is official. After purchasing this car for $3,200 and making changes that cost around $300 to $400, and of course using my labor to make these changes, I was able to sell this car for $4,000 in cash. Now, the only reason I sold the car for $4,000 instead of the $4,900 that I originally intended was because I had a friend who actually wanted to purchase the vehicle, and I figured why not give him a good deal.
Just the other day I came across this random app that pays you for being a secret shopper. All you have to do is go into random stores that's on their location map, and you just complete tasks over there, and they pay you from 800 to 500 points for each task. Pretty much every 100 points is going to equal $1 that you could redeem for a gift card. So in this video I'm going to put it to the test to see how much money I can make for the next few hours completing tasks around my. Alright, so right now I'm headed over to the first store, which is a place called Pinch a Penny, and pretty much it's 2.7 miles away and pays 800 points, which is equal to $8, and we're going to start going over there at this very moment. So let's get into it. I just found out that this store is actually very small, so I'm hoping I can keep this a secret without getting caught. Okay, so we're at the first location, and the mission statement says that we will be asked to look for multiple pool products and cleaning chemicals, maintenance products, etc. And what we're supposed to do is take a photo and enter the price. So we're going to go in there and we have to keep a secret identity. People cannot know that we're associated with this company, and it's going to take 15 to 25 minutes to complete this task, and we're going to take 1 to 18 photos. So let's go in there and start doing this. So at this point, I started looking for some products that were on the list, and I pretty much had a hard time starting off, but then I started to get the flow of it, and this was one of the first products right over here, which was supposed to be some type of pool cleaning product, I'm assuming, but yeah. Okay, so right now we're just looking for the products, and we're finding a few of them so far. So I'm just taking photos and checking to see if everything's good. I pretty much had to have my cameraman hide behind these objects because we didn't want to get caught by the employees since they were asking us a bunch of questions. But make sure you get $30 when you spend $30 using Rakuten, which is completely free. This app not only gives you money just for signing up, but it also gives you cash back on any purchase from major sites such as Macy's, JCPenney, and a whole lot more. So check it out. I'm looking for this bag of powder thing. I'm having a hard time finding this one product, but so far we got like most of them off the list. We just need a few more and we're going to be done with the task. So at this point I found one of the products that I was struggling to find, and it was pretty much an easy task to find everything that we needed, but I had to sort stuff out before I could actually continue. All right, let's get out of here. We are officially done with the first ever task that we have to do.
Yeah, baby.
So I just finished the first mission, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to record too much just because the store associates were already keeping an eye on us. But here's the list of stuff that we had to finish. What they made us do was take a photo of the item that they were asking for, then we had to put the price tag, and then we had to take a picture of the item and the price tag. And now for a few of the stuff, we couldn't really find the actual item or the price tag. We just put we couldn't find it, but we completed a lot of the stuff for the most part. And right now I'm just gonna press finish mission to see how much they pay me out. Okay, they gave us 800 points plus 100 points for our first ever achievement, plus 25 points as a mission bonus, which comes to $9.25 if you do it in the way that I calculated it, which is 100 points equaling $1. So we just got paid $9.25 for about, I'd say 12 minutes worth of work. I wasn't in there for that long, and we found most of the items pretty fast. So now I guess we're gonna go ahead and find the next store if there's anything available for us. Currently on the way to Best Buy, so I'm just gonna wait till I get over there to tell you guys exactly what task they want us to do. But once I get over there, I'll let you guys know so we can start this mission. This task at Best Buy is supposed to pay us 650 points, which is going to be equivalent to $6.50. Let's go. Okay, so right now we're at Best Buy, as you can see right over there. The next mission that we have to do is enter the store and locate a specific item or product, and we do actually have to speak to an employee for this one. And it says that the mission duration should not be too short or won't be accepted, and it says it should take 15 to 25 minutes, and all they need is one photo. So we're going to go ahead and get into that right now. We're going to see exactly what we need, so let's go over to Best Buy. But don't forget to get your free $30 when you sign up for Rakuten using the link I have in the description. Once you spend $30 on the app, you get $30 back. Whatever you choose to purchase, you get cash back on. Now let's go ahead and get into Best Buy. That right there is the walk of a man on a mission, because we're about to make this money, and I'm ready to get this task over with because I'm feeling confident since we finished the first one off positive. Okay, so right now I'm in Best Buy, and the task that they told us to do is act like a person looking to upgrade their router, and we're pretty much going to go to the router section and try to get the employee to answer a few questions for us, and we're going to answer questions based on what the employee tells us, and we're going to be able to give a rating and just submit the report like that. So let's get into it. Okay, so right now we're looking for the home and Wi-Fi network area, which is where we got to complete this task, and we're supposed to talk to an employee that's working over there. So I think if anything, it'll be like somewhere in that direction. And they want us to take a picture of the area first to make sure that this is actually where we're talking to the employee from. So I'm gonna head over there right now, and we're gonna find an employee to talk to. Hopefully one of them, are available, because normally these Best Buy employees are working their butt off. But let's go over there.
Right now, I'm currently looking for that little area where the employees for the Wi-Fi section are working. And in the process of walking over there, I actually found the product that we're supposed to be talking about with the employee, which you guys will see in a few seconds.
This is actually the product that they're making me talk about. So we're gonna see what the employee has to say about this.
At this point, I had to bombard my guy with so many questions based on what the app wanted, such as how I could upgrade my network speed and just pretending to be in a completely different situation from what the actual case was. So after asking some questions, we also had to answer some questions.
As you guys could see, I just spoke with an employee to ask a few questions about the whole Wi-Fi network, and what they had me do pretty much is ask them a few questions and then go look for the product itself. And what they're asking me right now is just like, what did the employee say about certain products? Did they recommend the products? Whether or not this product is actually going to be suitable for my needs? That's all the conversation really consisted of, and right now I'm answering the questions based on what I spoke to the employee about, as you guys can see right over here. But pretty much now I'm just going to finish answering these questions to claim my points, and supposedly, like, after this task we're supposed to get 650 points. But once I finish answering all the questions and they do give me the points, I'll let you guys know how much I got. The sun will be setting soon, so I don't have that much time on my hands, but we're almost done. All right, so I just answered all of the questions, and you know, we just filled out all of the stuff that they were asking me to do, and now I'm going to submit it. I click finish mission. They're updating the photos and verifying the answers. We got 625 points plus an extra 25 points for a mission bonus, which gives us 650 points total. So I finished answering all the questions and submitted the mission report, and it says that both the missions are pending. So I guess once they verify all the information I gave was true, then they'll give me my points and we could redeem them for gift cards. And the gift card options pretty much consist of 500 point options, 1,000 point options, 2,000 point options, 2,500 points, and so on and so forth. And I guess at the moment we're like at 1,500, so once I get the points I'll try to redeem them if I have enough time. So right now I'm headed over to the next store because we finished with Best Buy, and the experience was actually pretty easy. So literally, like, the next store is about 5 minutes away. I'm gonna drive over there and we're gonna see if I can complete this last task to pretty much make, like, I'd say $20 within the last hour of doing tasks.
The next store that I'm headed over to is a store known as Macy's, which I'm pretty sure you guys know about. And once we're done with this last task, I'm pretty sure the sun's gonna be down by then, so we will be done for the day. But today's been successful and I'm happy with the results.
Okay guys, so the next store was actually Macy's, but the task just disappeared as soon as I got here. Pretty much after doing this for about an hour and a half, I managed to make like $15 to $20. I'm not too sure exactly, but if you add up the points I made throughout the video and just like divide it by 100, that's how much money I pretty much made, and I could redeem that for a gift card using the platform called Mobi. Today I'm going to be attempting to pressure wash driveways around my neighborhood as a new side hustle. The other day I was looking through YouTube and I found a whole bunch of people who do this as a full-time income, and they pretty much charge $100 to $200 per driveway. So I'm going to give this a shot in this video to see how much money I could make by walking around and going door to door and offering this new service before the new year comes around. So let's get into it. So right over here is this Sunjo pressure washer that I just bought off of Amazon for $150, and I'm going to be using this to pressure wash driveways. But the only thing is that I don't have the cool attachment that most people have with the, you know, big circle that kind of scrubs the floor for you. So I will just be using this gun in order to spray the floors, and I am going to bring a broom with me in order to make the process a whole lot easier so we could sweep away the dirty water when we're finished. But practically I'm going to be going door to door and asking people if I could offer them this service. And I also brought an extra extension cord just in case I do need to move a bit further with this device in order to, you know, pressure wash driveways that are a bit larger.
So right now I'm just going to go door to door and try to see if I could find one offer to pressure wash a driveway. And of course I'm aiming for one house today just because I don't have any experience doing this, and the goal is just to get a house. So pretty much I've been going up to multiple doors, and of course a lot of people didn't answer, and a lot of people didn't even want the service just because they were renters. So it was a lot harder to find one, but we finally found our first.
Okay, so I just found my first job to do this driveway right over here. And it took us a while to like unscrew the top of the hose because they had an attachment. So make sure if you're gonna do this that you bring, you know, pliers just so you can twist it out. But we're about to get started on this driveway, and we're doing it for 65 because it's actually a pretty small driveway and it should only take us about an hour. So I'll get back to you guys once I'm done.
So far, the experience pressure washing really isn't too bad. The only thing that I will say is a bit of a hassle is the fact that you do have to go door to door and really offer your service if you don't have the proper marketing. I know a lot of experienced pressure washer services pretty much have advertising all over the place, whether it's on social media, whether it's physically being left on people's fences or on people's doors, or just being able to call different numbers that were recommended to them. But in my case, I really had to go house to house and try to find somebody who was interested. And it took about a good hour of going door to door before we finally found somebody who actually wanted the service that we had to offer. So by the time we found the person, it was about like 2 o'clock and we finished around 5. You know, once you find that one job and you start to build that momentum, the whole process is a whole lot easier. And in my case, holding the gun or like holding the trigger on the gun itself was extremely difficult at first because after 15 minutes my hands would cramp up, but it definitely got a whole lot easier and I could feel as though that my grip strength got a lot stronger, because before it hurt a whole lot more than it would afterwards of me doing it for like a good hour. So that's one thing that a lot of beginners will have to go through, but it's something that you'll overcome extremely fast. And the pain isn't nothing serious, it's just more so annoying to the point where your hand feels a bit more fatigued and you have to take a slight break. But once you get past that point, pressure washing is extremely easy, which also brings me to my next point on how this side hustle could be easier, and that is by buying that extra attachment. That small green attachment that I showed at the start of this video can easily make the fattest difference in how long a job will take you. I did say that this job took me 3 hours, but in reality, if I had that extra attachment, it really only would take me 1/10 of the time, meaning that at most I'd be spending like 30 to 45 minutes struggling out there. And I know that's not exactly 1/10, but trust me, it's gonna cut the time down a whole lot. Now also, if you guys would like to purchase that attachment, I'll go ahead and leave the link down below because I did have a hard time finding it, so I'll make the process easier for you guys. And on top of that, I'll go ahead and leave the exact same pressure washer that I am using in this video. As you guys can see, it's actually extremely effective, and I didn't have a hard time setting it up as you would expect I would, because you know I had no experience using a pressure washer. But as soon as I took it out the box, putting it together was a very simple process and very fast. And using it is also extremely easy too. So if you guys are looking to start this side hustle, I'll leave those things down below just so you can get started without having the hassle that I had to go through. A few tips that I will add in order for you to make this whole pressure washing situation a whole lot easier for you is that you want to make sure you do all of the edges first. As you could see, while doing all of this stuff, I really focused on finishing the body before the edges. But if you finish the edges and get all of the dirt off the sides, then it'll make everything a lot faster, because when you go back to the edges after finishing a majority of the entire sidewalk, you will hit the dirt that's on the side along with the grass, and it will cause a bunch of splashing, meaning that you have to go back over the parts that you already cleaned, and it's going to set you back a whole lot. So to save yourself that time, just go ahead and pressure wash the sides of every concrete slab or wherever you're doing it, and just make sure that you finish each part of that first so you don't have to go back to it. And then you could focus on the middle parts, which are so much easier because you can't get dirt on there if there is no dirt around it. So just do that first to make the process a lot faster for yourself. And for those of you who are not using the highest quality pressure washer, a major tip that I have for you is to spray water over the areas that you do have to clean, because once you spray water over it, it's going to make sure that everything turns kind of soggy and muddy. So once you go over it with the pressure washer, it'll flow off a lot faster and a lot easier. If you don't have the strongest PSI on your pressure washer, this tip is huge because it'll save you so much more time, and you won't really have to go over the surface area as much as you would if you didn't. And bring a broom to sweep off that dirty water, because I'm telling you right now, if you let the dirty muddy water sit on top of the clean surface, it's going to be dirty again, and you're going to set yourself back on a whole lot of time because you will have to spray over that surface again to get that water off, which is what I'm doing over here because I let the dirt sit for a little too long and it started to make the place look filthy again. But all in all, you could expect to start a pressure washing side hustle with just $200 because that's really all you need to get the necessity.
All right, so quick update. We actually finished most of the house, like the front of the yard, and then we're doing that for $65. But he pretty much just told us that we could also do the back of his house for an extra $60. So we're about to do that, and it should take us about an extra hour. So that's pretty much $30 per hour if you count each of us doing the work, and it's going to be $60 per hour if you count one person doing all the work. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll get back to you guys once I'm done. So this is the outdoor area that we're about to do right now. It's a bit big, but we're gonna see how much we can knock out within the next hour and a half.
So best believe I was pretty excited since I just finished one job and pretty much got given a second one right afterwards. So I got right to it as soon as we finished the front area, and my brother and I started off, but I let my brother start the first part, as you could see in the video. So after we got to the back part and started scrubbing, we realized that it's so much easier to pressure wash anything that has a smooth top, such as tile, because it seems as though the dirt just brushes itself off as soon as the water hits it. So we didn't have to go over multiple times, and then we just took turns going back and forth after we got tired just to make the process easier. So it took us a long time at first when we went to the back part because for some reason the hose wasn't reaching, but then we realized it got tangled up at the front of the house. So we ended up going back to the front to loosen it up, and then that's when we really got the most work done. So far so good, I can't complain, and I am enjoying the work because it feels like it's a lot easier on the back part.
There's the progress so far. All right, that is the end of it. We are done. We're just cleaning up over here. We finished all of this entire area, and you know, like a lot of the dirt got off. We just got to finish spraying over it. And yeah, we're just gonna rinse it off and then we're done and good to go. All right, mission complete. I'm on my way back home right now. And I'm not gonna lie, pressure washing is not as easy as I thought. We were out here for about 3 hours, but we got paid $120 and walk back home. So I'll meet you guys when I get back home. Okay, so I'm officially back home and we made $120. So pretty much pressure washing is definitely a great side hustle if you guys are looking to make some extra money. And in our case, it took us 3 hours to make $120, which kind of equates to $40 per hour. But at the same time, the only reason it took us that long was because we did more than we expected to do. And number two, we didn't have the extra attachment, which makes the job so much easier. It's like a huge circle that you attach to the end of the gun itself, so that once you start pressure washing, this thing will actually spin around and it'll do most of the work for you. So it's definitely a great extra attachment to have if you guys are looking to pressure wash. But to kind of run down my entire experience, it took us about 9 houses going door to door before somebody actually said yes. So if you guys are looking to sell a service, make sure that you're ready to go ahead and go door to door non-stop, because a lot of people are going to deny it, especially when they know that you're charging. A lot of people asked me if I was doing it for free, but you know, obviously I'm not, so they were no longer interested in the service. So if you guys do go door to door around your neighborhood, make sure that you have a good pitch so that people are more interested in your product, and make sure that you show them the equipment that you will be using, just so they're a bit more fascinated and they're more intrigued. Because as soon as I did that, we got the person to be interested and we were able to pressure wash their driveway and their walkway and the side of their house for $120. So if you guys are looking to pressure wash, it's definitely a great way to go and I highly suggest doing it.